We used them for this because there's about I think there's about 4 of our board members have been through U.Lab and are tuned in, and they were all on this working group for this event. So we used it to have these deadly serious conversations. Senior policymakers, I'm talking really senior people who are involved in creating policy around this. Okay. So we've got some of them, top medical pharmacists, and people from the community. So it was a wide margin, so it was like that, quite spread out. And they worked beautifully together. We're going to have a series of deadly serious conversations, and this one we were tackling death from substance misuse, and we'd invited a hand-picked group of people in here using U.Lab tools, so using deep listening, using empathy dialogue, and using I suppose like a strung out coaching circle format to look at the question of, can we surface something else that might help us with this difficulty we've got around death from substance misuse, which are escalating. And so we've got some really, well, this is the graphic facilitation for the event, and it really surfaced, the bottom of it is surfaced that we need a lot more compassion, and we need to include actively performing drug users in the circle of our concern without requesting that they give up. And that was really new for me. That was a new perspective. So in terms of that, using the tools to surface the margins, stuff from the margins, and bring in people from the furthest margins, I just thought, yeah, I've always made it conditional, and I didn't realise I'd done it. That of course they want to be given up. Well, some people don't. And does that leave them out the circle of policy concern? No, it doesn't. Does that leave them out not having a voice? No, it doesn't. I wouldn't think that of prisoners, and I wouldn't think of people who are in residential care, so why do I think about people like that? So that was really moving, actually. So we don't know what will happen with this, but we're still got to process it. It was, as I say, it was an experiment, but it worked really well. It's lovely watching when you structure an event using the tools and using the U. It's like you're creating a space where a natural human creativity can emerge. So you're listening, observing, noticing. You're not trying to fix it. By not trying to fix it, you get to the bottom of the U. And just breathing into that bottom of that powerlessness or whatever it is, where you don't know if you've got an answer. You've not. And then something happens, something magical and alchemical happens. And this new idea comes out of it. But not to... What I would say normally happens in events is we don't go down far enough. Okay. We skip across, we can't bear the discomfort, so we skip across to a solution. And most of the people who came through back, it was really good. They enjoyed the different format. They said it was really good to discipline us into listening to each other and not debating and not even dialoguing, just actually listen in silence and take it in, and taking each other in as human beings first, and what really matters to them about this issue. Allowed us to bring a broader range of that human into the dialogue and surface, who'd have thought compassion is the answer, compassion.